Muay Thai, or Thai boxing, is a very important part of the Thai sports scene. It's integrated into the culture for hundreds of years. And here in Hua Hin, I count about 12 stadiums, gyms, or centers that are devoted to Muay Thai, or Thai boxing. Join me as I discover this traditional Thai national sport that recently was accepted as an Olympic sport. So why am I doing a video on Thai boxing from Hua Hin when there's so many other things to see in Hua Hin? Because I have about 15 videos on Hua Hin on my two playlists, Thailand the Complete Tour and Thailand from the North. That's why. You're viewing Travels with Lobo, Thailand from the North, vlog number 31 from Hua Hin. Remember, a vlog is published every Friday. It was on a Tuesday night that I went to the Thai Boxing Garden in Hua Hin, located just a block from Walking Street. You know, Walking Street with all the bars and girls and action. Well, here's a different type of action. And I got off to my usual rough start when it comes to spending money. This is, after all, Travels with Lobo, where the motto is spend the least amount of money for the maximum amount of time traveling. I was going to go to a Thai boxing match. It starts at 9 o'clock, and I just find at 600 baht, that's 30 Canadian dollars, that's pretty expensive. Thai boxing, Hua Hin, Hua Hin. People are lining up. Nothing seems to be happening. There's a gentleman here who's the promoter. Wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. There's some more of the boxes. This guy seems to have his family here. The promoter with the Air Asia sweater. They all seem surprisingly young. Just a bunch of kids trying to make some money, I suppose. I haven't seen any boxing. This is supposed to start at 9 o'clock. It's now 9:42. I've been walking around the block, but I don't see any boxing. So they're starting with a bunch of kids. Boy, that's about as weak a display of boxing as I've seen. But what do you expect from kids which are, how old, 12? Muay Thai fighters train many hours a day and often begin when they're 6 to 8 years of age. Fighters being greased up, ready for the combat.
ฝ่ายแดงยัดซ้ายเข้าไปเบอร์ดี้ทีมซ้ายยัดซ้ายใส่สองยางเข้าไปแม่เบอร์ดี้มาเลยอุ้ยอุ้ยทีมซ้ายอุ้ยไปเจอกันขวายัดซ้ายเข้าไป
Okay, you've seen enough to realize that it's more than just boxing with your fists. In fact, it's known as the 8 limbs of Muay Thai. They are 2 fists, 2 shins, 2 elbows, and 2 knees. You're free to use them all as a weapon. It's a martial art dating back to around the 13th century during the time of the Sukhothai Kingdom. Do you remember that? I did a blog on the Sukhothai Kingdom. And by the way, the music that plays in the background of a Thai boxing match is Sarama music.
ต่อยขวาเข้าไปติ๊กซ้ายตั้งแม่กองเชียร์เชียร์เบอร์ดิ้งบ้างกองเชียร์วันนี้ซ้ายเข้าไปว่าอย่างไรไปดูกันต่อยขวาเฮ้ยแม่หวาดเสียวกันเหลือเกินนะนักมวยคู่นี้ไปเป็นไรเบอร์ดิ้งบอกสบายรอจังหวะอย่างเดียวแม่ฝ่ายแดงตอกยางเข้าไปว่ายังไง
It's a pity, but Thai boxers make very little money. They fight maybe 3 to 4 times a week, earning about $100 a fight, which is barely enough to support themselves, let alone a family if they have one. But their family are there to support them. I could see that. Beyond the boxing on Tuesday and Saturday night, this seems to be a place that is just a social club, a place to get into shape, a place to hang around, a place to get that feeling of belonging. Thank you for viewing, and I hope you enjoyed this peek into Thailand's passion for Thai boxing. And next week, something entirely different as I'm heading for Koh Samui, the islands.